Bones Beyond Time. A Mage the Ascension campaign. Ari. A-Red. Shay. Diesel. Walter. Galewind. Bones Beyond Time.
All right, and we are now kind of live. Hi, I am Kara858, and today we're bringing you episode 4 of Bones Beyond Time, our Mage the Ascension campaign. As always, we always want to give a huge thank you for the love and support that we've received for this campaign. Since we first started, we've actually doubled in our subscriptions for our YouTube account. So we definitely appreciate the love and support that you are, and the fact that you're actually enjoying our campaign. And we're excited to be able to tell this wonderful story. So let's introduce our cast, explain who they are, who they're playing, and any projects that they're working on. And we'll start first with Diana. Diana, you like to go first?
Okay.
I saw the list go up like, who's he picking? Who are they picking?
I'm Diana or Super Dylan. You can find me in Super Dylan anywhere on the internet. I do a lot of writing and actual plays for tabletop RPGs. Right now, you can find me here. You can find me on Saturdays on Twitch on Kira858. We're playing Lords of Faerun. And on Wednesdays, now starting after this is released, you can see me Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. EST on the Scabby Rooster Twitch. And that is a brand new campaign over there. And that's it.
Awesome. Next, we have the wonderful Aki. Aki, you'd like to talk about yourself for your... Oh, wait. Diana, you didn't mention who you're playing.
Oh, I'm playing Shay.
No worries. All right, so Aki, you'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects that you're working on.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Aki. You can find me over on Twitter at Mixed Genie in a Bottle. That's MXGINIINABOTTLE. My entire streaming schedule can be found over on my personal Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ShidariAki. That's SHIDAREAKI. What am I working on right now? I'm working on this, obviously. On Fridays, you can see me over on Norse Foundry playing Bloodlines and Black Magic, which is a 5e game. I play. Who do I play in that game? My goodness. I play a character in that game. Listen, y'all, it's been a long week. I was out of town LARPing, and my brain still hasn't unscrambled from that. So yeah, but like definitely check us out. That's on Fridays over at the Norse Founder channel at 6 p.m. And it's a lot of fun. And then on Saturdays, hopefully starting from this coming Saturday, we took a little bit of a break, but Let's Get Wildmount should be back over on Critical Bard's channel at 1:30 p.m. So I'm very excited about that. And then on Mondays, you can catch me over on Q Times doing Star Jam, which is the Spelljammer game I play with the Streampunks. In that, I play Alien and Ranger named Gruul Shadeslayer. He is very cool, and I have a lot of fun playing him. But that's at 6:30 p.m. So yeah, check me out on all those cool things I'm doing. Pew pew.
Pew, pew.
Oh, and I play Diesel Coombs, part of the Celestial Chorus, and apparently now one of the parents of this group. I don't know how that happened, but I told everybody to get a fucking job, and so now hopefully they will.
It depends upon the job. Iron is going to be the biggest question mark. Speaking of Iron, we're making our way down. May you like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects that you're working on.
Hey there, everybody. I am Melee Damage. You can find me on all the socials, whatever they are, /Melee Damage. Tuesdays, we're currently on a break right now with Hunters Entertainment, but we got a new campaign coming up soon that's going to be super dope. Wednesdays, you can catch me on a show called Gods of Color that Kira DMs, and it is wonderful and amazing, and you should totally check it out. You can find me here, and occasionally on Saturdays, I drop by again for Little Lords of Faerun, another wonderful show on Kira 858 that you should totally check out for some D&D. I do music and film and all of these other things. So do follow me on the socials if you want to stay updated on all of that stuff. Tonight I will be playing Irene, who is Ari's older sister. She is a bit of a rough and tumble kind of train hopping, trash dwelling miscreant. And she takes care of Ari to the best of her abilities, which are sometimes very questionable.
Question fine? Nah, she does perfectly fine. Of course, we have our wonderful ST Reeve. Like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects that you're working on.
Hello everyone, I am Ree, or at Big Dude Ree on Twitter, where I do post some fun and interesting content. Today I will be controlling the universe around our wonderful players, so we'll see what kind of chaos they get themselves into. I am also playing a number of characters on this channel, including Ardris, Avis from Lords of Faerun, Ardris from Rivenwood Academy. I've also appeared over on the Bear Pen for a number of different shows. I'm also in Gods of Color, so there's a lot of things going on for me. So please follow my Twitter at a full image, or else we'd be here all night. There we go.
Perfect. Of course, we have the wonderful. I have about to say Walter, but Nosferatu Wicked. If you'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects that you're working on.
Right. Hi, my name is Nosferatu Wicked, Michael, or just Nos for short. You can find me at Nosferatu TTRPG on Twitter. I mostly just meme post there. I play Walter, the Thanatos private investigator, who is kind of the grumpy uncle of the group. And it just so happens that I'm not working on any projects as of now, but I'm working on a project that is kind of secret, and I will let you know in a couple of weeks if something happens with it.
Oh, okay. That NDA disclosure, good to know.
No, it's just something among friends.
All right. Next, we have the wonderful Sharif. Sharif, you'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects that you're working on?
Yeah, so I'm Sharif, he, him. I'll be playing Gilwin True, also he, him. Celestial Chorus dropping them bars. You know what I'm saying?
We were just talking about bass.
Hey, look, you know, feels so good as Gail Wintrue. You can catch me Sundays at Rivals of Waterdeep at twitch.tv/Rivals of Waterdeep. And also through November on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm part of the Idle Champions Presents Trials of Mount Tiamat, where we've been trying to take out Tiamat with a bunch of different people from different shows. And Megan Krennic's character Whittle might have turned me into a Dampier last episode, because I almost failed 3 death saves in a row. So pretty fun, chaotic stuff. DM'd by B. Dave Walters. If you ever seen him DM, you know that he can get pretty hardcore with this stuff. And he told us this is going to be hard. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So, but it's fun. Yeah. So check that game out at twitch.tv/CNE Games. It's on Codename Entertainment's Twitch page, and it's a bunch of fun. And there's in-game stuff. So my character in Idle Champions now has red eyes because he got turned. So all kind of fun stuff. So
did they change it in Idle Champions?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like the next day. It's pretty nuts. So make sure to check that out through November. I know we had a front page of Twitch last episode. I don't know if it'll be all the episodes, but pretty fun stuff.
That is awesome. Yeah, if you ever want to see the dark souls of difficulty, watch a B Dave a B Dave stream. He pulls no punches.
Yeah, yeah. We basically had to fight 4 dragons within 5 minutes, and I like literally went down in one round of combat. I rode initiative low, and the enemies all. I took about 160 points of damage in one. It was nuts. It was nuts. But gotta love B Dave, man. It's just how he rolls. I appreciate it. So good.
Played. I was
As
played.
somebody who played played 2 characters that were constantly being killed by B. Dave Walters. How many times did I end up getting knocked unconscious by the same couple of people like every other game? Yeah, I feel you, my dude. I feel you.
Yeah, I knew what I was getting into.
I'm noticing a pattern here. We're noticing a pattern. Yours truly, I am Kara858. Of course, you will see me here above Boss Beyond Time, Lawrence of Frame Rune. We have Riverwood Academy as well as Gods of Color. There's also a couple other projects that's coming up in the near future as well. So again, we have so many things coming out. We're so excited to be able to show this content to you. But first, as always, I would like to announce that Bonds Beyond Time has a Patreon. You can find our link to our Patreon in the description section. All proceeds go directly to the cast, and Patreon members get exclusive content like Patreon Discord channels, after shows, and even bonus episodes. We have an entire prequel arc exclusively for Patreon, so you don't want to miss out on how these mages came to be. If you'd like to support the show but can't do it via monetary means, you can follow our Twitter page at the Cookout TTRPG. Liking and retweeting about the show truly does help the algorithm. And currently, we're still doing a $20 gift certificate for Die Hard Dice. So it's just another way for us to say thank you for supporting the show and help us bring creative content to you. And with that, let's transition to our wonderful ST Marie. Marie? Take it away.
We will see how long I remain the wonderful ST tonight. However, we are playing a wonderful game here in the world of darkness, and as a result, bad things can and probably will happen. And it's just a friendly reminder, if something happens that you are not able to handle, please skip ahead or turn off or take a break, whatever you need to do. All of the players have been spoken to about our safety rules and the such, and are able to let me know if they are uncomfortable. And as a friendly reminder, we are not our characters, and as a result, we are happy people, but sometimes our characters won't be. And now that part has ended, we do rejoin our wonderful cast a bit after they have had a very fun and very homey meal with one another. I believe 2 young relatives here would like to have a brief conversation with each other. So, Ari, Aaron, I leave things to you.
All right. So Ari's going to, I'm presuming this is around like nighttime per se, I'm guessing? Mm-hmm. Or, okay. So
yes, this would be late evening just after you finished your meal.
Okay. So Ari will come by, enter Iris' room, like, Iris, can we talk?
Yeah. What's up? And Aaron's just kind of sitting there, like you could see she's deep in thought, pondering something.
Don't worry. They nod and they kind of step forward a bit, looking a little sheepish and meek as they kind of sit next to you, and they look up at you with kind of like, first they kind of like their eyes look at the ground, and then they look up at you and they say, I want to say thank you.
For what?
Well, I know it could be hard having me around sometimes. I remember when you told Diesel that it could be hard having a kid around when Diesel cursed, and then when we did our
our thing when we went out to the find the ring. When you were talking with Walter, I can kind of tell that it was difficult. So I can't make things.
Let me stop you there. Ari, look at me in my eyes. You're a kid. Nothing's ever your fault. All right. Things get difficult. That's situational. That's grown-ups problems. That's not a thing you worry about.
Okay. Well, I still want to say thank you, and I don't want you to feel like it's too hard or something, because
Nah, you know me. Nothing's too difficult for me to do. By the way, and she reaches into her pocket where she has snuck some more chocolate. She goes, maybe don't eat it now. Maybe save it. Save it, like ration it. Like the fun thing is to like hide the chocolate from yourself and then like forget that you have it for a minute, and then like all of a sudden it'll pop into your head that you've like still got it in a pocket somewhere, and it's like a little spark of joy that fills your heart. That's a pro tip.
Pro tip. So it's like a flavor saver.
Yes, kind of. Yes. No.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, didn't we have to go do something somewhere? There was a thing.
Oh, I have just one question. What is magical puberty?
Iron just stands up and walks towards the door.
What? Uh-oh.
I guess it's where we wrap our scene.
After that lovely interaction, were there any other conversations that wish to be held this late evening?
I got one.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
Diesel is going to go and find Shay.
Shay would be futzing with the computer, not really doing anything in particular.
You busy?
No, I wish I had a better answer to that, but no, I'm not doing anything at all. What's up?
I was wondering if you could take a look in my closet.
Is there like something in there?
No. I mean, besides clothes, no. But that's what I need you to look at. I need you to look at my clothes.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. No, I'm cool. Great. I will absolutely look at that. And Shay, calmly but not so calmly, will follow you up to the closet. What is the situation when we look in there?
I mean, Diesel isn't a theater actor specifically, like not even a movie like Hollywood type of, but specifically a theater actor. So there's a lot of like t-shirts and sweatpants and, you know, warm-up clothes,
over the shoulder, torn off shirts. Yeah.
It's a bit of a dismal state in there.
Okay. This is all very chic, not so much date chic. Is that what we're talking about tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I kind of figured that might be the case. I just needed to hear it from an expert.
I feel like, okay, if you were going on a date and we could materialize something like totally perfect. Would we be going like, what do you think it would look like? Are we talking like suit type of situation, maybe like an off-shoulder thing?
I mean, we're just going for coffee.
Right.
So I don't want it to be like too fancy. Like I want it to still feel like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe me elevated me.
I totally get it. Honestly, I don't think anything in here is actually bad. Maybe we could just, I don't know, spruce it a little with like, you know, a belt goes a long way around like a loose fitting shirt off shoulder with something like that. Be just a tad fancier, but it's still something you're comfortable in, so you won't feel uncomfortable, which dates already kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah. Cool. And like they kind of start rifling through the clothing and kind of just start sort of randomly pulling stuff out. And like the one thing that you kind of notice is that Diesel will sometimes kind of stop and like just kind of run their hand over like something and like kind of run it through their fingers and then kind of go and then maybe push it back in, and like you sort of start to notice that everything they pull out is like especially their shirts are all like the extra soft fabrics, like
yeah,
very, very hopeful.
Shay I think would pick up on that over time and just like lean in to like what feels good. Because okay, so like one time I did go on a date in a mini skirt. I'm not gonna say I didn't look freaking hot, because I did. I looked so hot. But I was so like restrained and restricted, and like I could feel it like pushing against my skin because it's so tight, which was part of why it looked so good. But I was focused on that all night long, and I could like barely keep up conversation. And, you know, I'm usually like a really good conversationalist, and it just, you know, it fluttered out. So whatever makes you feel good is what's going to make you come across as the most you.
Right. Yeah. But I definitely shouldn't wear like a tank top or whatever like that. That's probably not the best route to go.
You know, I haven't gone on any dates with anyone quite like this before, so who knows really what their preferences are like. But yeah, I would say sleeves. Some sort of sleeve element is a good idea. But other than that, how you feel comfortable.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna try some things out, and maybe I'll take some pictures and ask your opinion or something.
Yeah, I eagerly await that. Yes.
I feel like you just get the weird montage of like Diesel just trying on a bunch of random outfits and taking pictures of the mirror, and like maybe Shay's trying to do whatever it is she's doing just to meet, like every now and again, just a little bing.
Shay will like look at the pictures, and I think the response is like a heart and a frowny face for the ones that aren't working, and a smiley face with 3 extra hearts when it is working.
Cool. I have an idea that like Diesel ends up choosing kind of like this really soft sort of gray kind of t-shirt that like just hugs the muscles all the right ways. And then like, those like slim fit like sweat pants that like are like meant to be like worn besides just for like working out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, and then like a really nice pair of shoes, like really nice boots or tennis shoes or something like that. A little bit casual and slouchy, but like put together kind of a deal.
I see it.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying, but I'm not really trying.
Yeah.
And when you show Shay that one, she sends back 3 different color heart emojis with an exclamation point.
And they just send you a thumbs up back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if there are no more conversations this evening, then I believe we will wrap that up. And early the next morning, you do all find yourselves waking. You do regain a point of willpower. Actually, for Shay, what is your nature and demeanor again?
Yes. Nature contrary, demeanor sensualist.
We'll say that will meet the requirements for sensualist, so you will gain an additional point of willpower and recovery.
Thank you.
All right. And with that, the next day starts. You're up pretty early in the morning. People are going about their business. It is a Saturday afternoon for people keeping track. What would you all like to do? For you, Diesel, you know that your meeting is scheduled, or your date is scheduled for about 3 p.m. So you got about 3 hours.
I mean, I know Gail, I don't know if anyone else is, but I know Galen is literally trying to hype Diesel up. like this is like kind of like just trying to hype them up, do not worry. I think it will go fantastic.
I appreciate that, Galen. I'm definitely going to need the boost. I woke up really early this morning to exercise, and I haven't been able to like come down off the adrenaline from that just yet. And I'm a little bit worried that maybe I like got started too soon, and now I'm just going to be like really, I'm overthinking this, but she's like really pretty and I don't want to screw this up. So, and like super powerful, like she could probably wither me with her stare. And like, I say thank you for that. But even so.
Well, do you have any good openers?
I mean, in all honesty, it's been a while since I've had time to go on a date with anyone. Like when you're hustling to like get onto that stage, it doesn't leave a lot of time for. And the last thing I had was a showmance, and let me tell you, those are not worth the time.
Well, my suggestion would be to have some fallbacks if the conversation gets a little stale. Maybe have some things in your pocket to talk about or discuss. Maybe a favorite book, or possibly you just want to avoid things like the weather's nice, or those useless platitudes. Have some thoughtful things to bring up to show that you've really thought about things.
That's solid advice, Galen. Thank you.
Also flex as many times as you can as well.
Right. Yeah. I can do. That I can definitely do.
But like not too much, but like enough.
Right. There like I told, yeah, I that much I do know. Like there is definitely like a too much, you are a douche, and not enough, you're not confident in your, just somewhere in the middle. I got it.
Yes, it might not look it now, but young Gelwin True had some guns.
Oh, did he now?
Had the past tense. Father Time's undefeated, unfortunately. And then he looks at their arms because you're wearing the muscle shirt now, right?
Yeah, I've probably showered and have gotten dressed and ready way too early.
Sweet. Yeah. So he looks at their arms and says, oh, "We might have had quite the arm wrestling match back in my day."
I mean, I believe it. If you ever want to come and work out with me in the mornings, you're more than welcome. We could get you back in fighting shape.
Those days are far behind me, unfortunately. Like, I went to bed last night. I go to bed very early nowadays.
Well, you know what? The most important muscle you have is your voice. And it seems to me that you spend just the right amount of time working that out. So
it's true. Now, just another question. I know this is a date, and I don't want to insinuate it being anything more than that, but we do need to find if the Order of Hermes has any more information on these rings. So if it comes up naturally, don't force it, but maybe Nubia will share.
Right.
I don't know if you're going to a place with libations of some sort. But,
we're getting coffee, but I know there are a few coffee bars around here that like are more bar than coffee. So yeah.
Perhaps some liquid truth is in order.
Yes, I haven't forgotten that there is an actual agenda to this date, and that is getting more information. But yeah, hopefully she'll be amenable to that type of conversation. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she was the one who brought it up.
Yes, she does seem on top of most things and seems to think a few steps ahead. So
what I can tell, that's kind of how you stay alive in this world. So
that's a good point. So maybe you won't even have to push it. Well, anyway, can't wait to hear how this goes. I guess I'll try to rummage around while you're gone, figure out some more information about the rings, perhaps. Turns to Shay and says, we could start on that account, perhaps.
Yes. Wow, I'm having such a good day.
Is it all your high fashion social media?
Get all the willpower back.
I just want to say I'm really, really glad that you're here. It's been a long time since I've been around anybody else from the chorus, and I'm glad to have a fellow here. It's nice.
Just imagine at this point you just see Walter walk past the room, kind of do like the pause, and then just walk back. What did I miss? He's kind of holding like a cup of coffee.
Just me getting some advice about my date.
That's good. Yeah, just don't be, kind of points at himself. Just don't do what I do what they do, and you will be fine.
Cool. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing anything like what you would do, Walter. That was never the plan.
Good.
What exactly, Walter? What have you done?
Well, you see, my first and only girlfriend that I had, we kind of met through less than savory, less than legal means. She sold me drugs.
At least he's capable of being open about it.
Hey,
just very honest.
At least she
No,
helped me get
There's
clean.
no judgment. There's no judgment here.
Well, I have a question. Did you purchase more paraphernalia from her when you were dating her?
No, but she was the one that helped me get into all of this, and he kind of reaches into his hoodie, kind of pulls out the conias around his neck, and she also gave me this. So, and now she's running around somewhere looking for her avatar. So,
Perhaps you should call her sometime.
We've been kind of busy, and she's kind of difficult to reach. You know how it is. The shays of the world are kind of hard to reach.
He's right here.
I mean,
Diesel just reaches over and puts a hand on Shay's shoulder.
Shay pulls out her cell phone and says, "I literally am not looking at this.
That
It's
doesn't mean you're
so
not
easy to reach me."
just because you have the phone on you all the time doesn't mean anyone can get a hold of you. That's not how it works, and we both know it.
And
I mean, maybe you do it differently, but Pandora was definitely hard to reach.
That's true. It was sometimes hard to get a hold of her. Sometimes even when I wanted to give her money. It was very, very tricky with that one.
All right, but anyway.
somebody's trying to give me money. I'm showing up.
Okay, but anyway, this isn't enough about me and my weirdness. This is about you and you having fun, Diesel. So try and have fun. Don't make it weird. And just try to not make it seem like you're only talking to her to find out stuff from her. Yeah?
I mean, I'd completely forgotten that there was stuff to talk about with her when I saw her. So I think...
Are you sure? Because I have a feeling that some of us kind of gives a side glance to Galen would maybe ask you to talk about something, but
I mean, it's not like I'm not I know now that I need to make sure that I do that, but when I first saw her, like just the idea of getting any kind of information, you saw her, right? You saw her. She's an actual goddess, one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life.
Brings the coffee. I mean, yeah. So, by the way, I still have no idea how you pulled that off in a tank top and sweatpants, but I'm proud of you. And yeah, just have fun. Don't make it weird. And
the only one making it weird right now is you by saying don't make it weird.
I just woke up, okay? I just had one cup of coffee. I overate on whatever we had. Okay, I'm having a day. And it's only
12 o'clock.
I'm always having a day.
Oh boy. I think I need to go and talk to Ari.
Yeah, go talk to Harry. God, I should drink more water, I swear. My brain is mush.
You should. Hydrate or hydrate.
So walks off.
So Ari, even though Iron was, trying to tell don't have to worry about things are those are adult-based issues. Ari was to try to appear as helpful as possible to make things easier. So Ari is at the moment trying to look up on the internet on how to get movie licenses. So therefore they could be able to get the yeah, like I said, get them set up. So therefore, you know,
You were
Iris.
telling me Ari's getting a job, but Ira's just like,
Oh no, it's for Iron. Because they can own the movie theater. They're 8, so they're getting the
The
license.
fact that you know what a license is pretty incredible.
They heard the information explained during the conversation, so they're just doing some Google searches. Like, okay, they need a license to own this thing. What? How do we get the license? And so that's what they're doing. They're just searching.
Ari, what are you doing?
Oh, I, you gotta keep it a secret.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm trying to help Iron. I'm going to see. I'm trying to look up on like how do you like license the movie theater? Because you all said we need to have a license to do these things. So I'm trying to look up this stuff, and so therefore I can help Iron, and then she can just sit down and eat popcorn and make money.
I hope your sister knows how lucky she is.
What? Huh? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you didn't have to do this for her.
Oh, well, I mean, it's you know, makes things easier. You know, makes it easier. But thank you. I want to try really hard. Hard work. Grandma says hard work.
Well, just as long as you know that you're not the only one who has to do hard work around here. You get to be a kid too.
So okay. So I hear people say, but what do kids do? Like I don't really hang out with kids, right? So I just what are we supposed to do? Like we eat chocolate, right? And candy, but I don't know what else we're supposed to do.
I think I know the answer to this question, but like, did you ever get the chance to go to like a real school before you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you want to go to school?
I don't know. Sure. Is it fun?
I mean, it can be if you meet the right people and you have the right experiences. I mean, sometimes it can also be hard. Sometimes, you know, people can be people. I think you understand what that means. But I mean, it's a chance to meet other people your age and experience things like recess.
Oh. So, can I do that though?
I don't know. I mean, I think that you being you probably doesn't make it easy, but it's not impossible if Iron was okay with it. Because ultimately, that's also part of it. Like, I think she wants to make sure that you're safe and that you're protected. So it might be hard to convince her to let you go to school. But if we start with the big thing, then maybe we can work our way down to the easier thing, which is just you getting the chance to hang out with other kids.
So what the big thing? What's the plan for the big thing?
So we asked for the big thing, which is maybe you get to go to school. And when she's like, oh no, that's not happening, be like, well, maybe I can, you know, at least go to a playground and play with some other kids. And it might be easier to get her to say yes to that.
Okay. I'm not.
Do you know how to swim?
We would probably be swimming when we were traveling, right? Like the rivers and such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Have you ever been to a water park?
No, that's rich people stuff.
Oh, no, it's not. It doesn't have to be.
Oh, because we get the movie theater, then we make money.
Make
then
money, and
we
then you can do stuff.
oh, okay. So plan is I ask Irene if I go to school. She'll say no. I ask if I could go to playground. She'll say yes.
Probably, hopefully. And then when we have some money, maybe all of us can go to a water park together. A family trip.
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
I'm kind of shy. How do you talk to people?
So I'm going to let you in on a little bit of a secret. I was a shy kid once.
You?
Yeah. I used to be really shy. My parents are always putting me in front of people, making me do things, perform, sing, dance, that kind of stuff. And there was a long period of time where that was really the only way I knew how to express myself to people, is to perform like I was doing a show. And after a while, I stopped having to perform. It got easier. But there's something to be said about putting on a personality and pretending for a little while just so that you can get comfortable. I think that's what a lot of people do at first when they first meet someone.
So I need to work for a theater.
You don't have to work for a theater, but try to think of it this way. You as you are, you're already great. Like, I think you could just start talking to people and they'd fall in love with you. So all you have to do if you're feeling a little bit shy and nervous is remember, it doesn't really matter what any of the people you're talking to think. There are people you already know care about you and love you. And even if those people don't like you, you'll have people in your life that do. So don't worry about making people like you. Just be you.
Okay, I'll try. Thank you. That. Oh, I never thought I'd get to go to school. Well, probably not school, but maybe a part.
And actually, I mean, I don't want to speak for Irene. Maybe she'll say yes. You never know.
Oh, I didn't prepare for that.
And you see them start to type on their document, like, what if Iris says yes? Make new plan. And they try to document things that, like, okay, how do I handle school?
Okay, I will try to think of what would happen if I could go to school. That would be. Did I have recess? And free lunch. They have free lunch.
Yep, recess, lunch, all the books you could possibly want.
How much chocolate do they have?
Well, I think chocolate might be slightly limited, but like depending on what kind of teacher you have, maybe they have treats. I don't know.
Yeah, I can talk to Irene. I think Irene can convince them to let me get chocolate. Wait, where are you going? You look really nice.
I have my date today.
I still don't understand what the. Sorry. One more question, because Irene left out when I asked her this question.
Okay.
What is magical puberty? Walter won't tell me, and then Irene won't tell me. I was like, because Walter thought I was going through magical puberty. I was like, well, what is this?
Well, have you noticed any strange shifts in your magical powers?
I can start seeing spirit stuff now.
Well, that's kind of what puberty is. Puberty is just a shift, a change. It's when something that was once one thing becomes another.
Oh, but that's not bad. Why were they so nervous to tell me?
Maybe they didn't know which words to use.
Mm. Mm.
But the thing about magic is that you never really stop growing or shifting or changing. So like what's happening now, it might grow and shift and change again. And you might experience that many times through your life. That's normal too.
So puberty is nice and normal.
Oh, normal, yes. Nice, depends. That can depend.
Mm. Mm.
Everybody's experience with that is different.
Mm. I can see it's like growing until your knees hurt.
Have your knees started hurting?
A little bit.
Huh.
Mm.
Now that conversation I will definitely say for your sister.
Oh, well, I hope you do well on your date.
If they have any fun desserts, I'll bring one back for you.
Your chocolate, please. Oh, and the dots with chocolate, because Iron showed me that last time. The dots with the chocolate taste so good.
I have created a monster. All right. Don't spend too much time on that computer. It's bad for your eyes.
Oh, okay. I'll try to make this quick.
And they go straight back into looking up those licenses and trying to find out how to get Iron as a CEO of wherever this movie theater is. Rhea, I think you're muted. Oh, there you go.
Believe you all have finished your conversations, at least for the moment. I believe Ari wants to see if you can learn something. So you could give me a intelligence plus either politics or research roll for what you're looking up.
Ooh, I don't have nothing in politics.
Or law. I would say law would also be an option.
Yeah, I'm just. I don't think they're at the age yet to be.
Dear storyteller, I am 8.
Yes.
Thank you,
pal.
Look up licensing laws for movies.
I love if you had like.
I did not say that. So, unfortunately, I don't believe you would have any other knowledge that would reasonably fit for this.
Yeah, research is probably my best bet. That's for what now. But it's okay. Ari they're still a very smart kid, so we can do this. We can do this, right? Come on.
I will allow Bright to function for this as well.
Yay!
Because I'm nice.
Oh, what's the difficulty?
6. This information is public. That's secret knowledge.
Okay, I will use willpower to make it 3 success.
Okay, not bad. So looking it up, you do find that there is a process in which you need to pay for the rights to air certain films, depending on exactly when it is available to you and from which studio, which company. It is effectively a very large amount of legal information that Ari is shifting through. And I imagine as an 8-year-old, he does not have the fortitude and the focus to read all of it. But you gather you have to give people money and they give you permission to play movies. That's the big theme that Ari's getting from this.
How much money are we talking about? It's like
depends. Some films are within your ability to play thanks to your charming benefactor who referred to himself as the weirdo. But outside of that, depending on how new the movie is, it could cost millions of dollars, which for you all would be between 2 to 4 dots of resources. But naturally, the more expensive the movie, the more money that it could make in return.
They flip out their chair after that when they see all the zeros.
If Ari actually slips, I think Walter would be like walking by with another cup of coffee and we just like look in like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Kind of walks over. What? Why are you looking at licensing for movies?
Do you have $14 million?
Walter kind of looks at Ari, looks at himself wearing the black hoodie and the beanie. Just, do I look like I have money?
I don't judge. Maybe not.
Okay, but why are you looking at movie rights?
So we can
next to them.
So we can have own the movie, and then we can play movies, and then we can make money, and then things would be easier for everyone.
That is gonna take a while, kiddo, because I don't think we'll get to play insert relevant movie here.
$14 million. Who has $14 million?
I mean, we don't. I mean, I think some of us may have that kind of money, but
does Shay have $14 million?
I don't know anymore. Actually, I don't even know. But she's not around that much anymore, so getting that kind of money is a bit of a. Hey,
we can tell. We can ask her if she's weird or eccentric, and then how she answers will tell how much money she has.
Pause. Okay. Pandora is definitely eccentric, but what are you actually trying to do here? Just you're not supposed to do this, right? This is a bit too much. Not, what are you trying to do here?
Just try to help out my big sister.
That's nice, but there is a lot of fun stuff on this computer as well. I believe Shay put there some video games on it. Like you could play video games and not do licensing. Like, look, if you're really interested in this, you could just ask me, okay? I can look into this stuff, but you have some fun, okay? You're okay. I'm not good at talking. It's way too early, and I'm still kind of tired. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Try being less responsible. Yeah, you should have fun. You're a kid.
Oh,
right?
We have a plan for that. We're going to try to go to school.
Why are you planning for? Why are you making plans for this kind of stuff?
Well, that's what.
Is everything okay? Are you feeling okay?
Well, yeah, that's what Diesel and I talked. That's what Diesel said. Like to be. They kind of said the same thing. Try to find fun.
Have fun, but you don't make Word documents where you outline these things. Yeah, that's a bit. Wait, do you want to go to school?
I want to try maybe to see what it's like.
That's definitely gonna be difficult, but
that's what Diesel said.
It could happen. Wait, do you miss hanging out with kids your age?
I did hang out with kids.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't really hang out with kids my age either. I was
So it's normal.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's normal, but there are some people who just don't get along with people their age. But I don't think you're one of those people. I'm one of those people because I'm, weird and not eccentric. But you're the kind of person that gets along with most people. Hey, Look, I'm not good at talking to people. That's why I always had Pandora around when we first met. So, but if you have if you're feeling that you don't have people to talk to, just let us know. I'm pretty sure most of us will do something to help you out.
Well, thank you. Oh, yeah, you talk nice. I don't see why people say you don't talk nice.
I mean, yeah, that's.
You feel better
like I said,
about the book?
I'm one of those people that's not good at talking to people, but you are. So, we just want to make sure that you have fun while you're here, because this is definitely a strange environment for a kid, magic and being surrounded by a bunch of people who definitely look weird and sometimes act weird. I remember the cowboy.
They seem normal to me. Maybe I don't know what's weird.
He was a bit complicated, but yeah. Anyway, hey, do you want to have some? Look, how about you put those licensing things away and play a video game on this computer for a bit? Have some fun.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I never played a video game. That's for rich people. I don't know how to start.
Hey, do you know anything about video games?
But they look really nice. They sometimes look real.
Would you like a video game?
We could try.
But wait, hold on. Let me check what kind of video games shape up on this thing. And he kind of starts going through the folders to see if there's a video game folder. Is there a video game folder?
That's for Shay, right?
I'm asking Shay, is there a video game folder?
There's like a little emulator that you just have to open up.
Is it what kind of emulator?
Various games that would put us into legal trouble for saying on the internet.
Yeah,
it's multiple emulators.
Yeah, they're classics. They predate Shay, I think, age-wise, but she likes the nostalgic aesthetic.
Walter kind of looks at one of those emulators. He's like, "Oh, I didn't think she would play any of those," and kind of puts on something simple. Puts on a unnamed side scroller that will rename unnamed for legal reasons. It's like, hey, you can try this. They just use these buttons right here, and he kind of points at the arrow keys. Okay, so they stopped using these a while back. Yeah, nowadays they just use, and he points at the vast, the on the left side. But this one uses these arrows right here. And you jump with this one and push at the spacebar. So, and your point here is to get the high score. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. Have fun, Ari. I need to go do some more important things. And he pulls out his phone and starts looking at licensing rates.
I'm gonna stay and watch this.
Bumps into Shay in the doorway. Oh.
And as you all are splitting up and Ari is learning the beautiful joy that is various video games, we are going to take a quick break, and then after which we will, I believe there is a fated meeting that is going to happen. All right, perfect. So, Diesel, as you leave your friends behind, are you walking to the address or are you driving?
Diesel is probably not driving. I think they are, just sort of making their way.
All right. Okay, so it will be about a 20-ish minute walk from where you are. You have been given the address. Is there anything you wish to do as you are making your way there? Any preparations you wanna make?
I mean, a little bit of cologne, making sure that the hair is, looking good, making sure there are no pit stains, all that good stuff. Probably I want to This is. I think. Yeah, they're just gonna do their best. They're just gonna walk out there. They're just gonna do their best. They're just giving themselves a little pep talk as they're walking, just like, it's gonna be fine. You're just getting coffee. And if the topic of, the Order of Hermes comes up, all that stuff, then you just go with it. Everything's gonna be fine. And if she doesn't ask for a second date, that's fine. If you manage to get one, it's better than none. One better than none. You already did a great job. This is like basically just sort of quietly gassing themselves up as they go.
Roll me a charisma and expression roll really quickly.
Oh, charisma and expression, you say?
How nervous would you say Diesel is at the moment?
Not like, I think on a scale of 1 to 10, they're probably like around 5.
Okay. All right. Well, the difficulty for this roll will be 5.
All right. Cool. All right. Fortunately, this is a fairly decent roll for me. We'll see how we go. Okay. Five successes.
Okay, all right. So you give yourself a speech as you are walking, and you're feeling pretty good. I will say, because of that roll, you will have a -2 to any charisma based rolls for the rest of this event. And as you are making your way down that final street, and you can see the building, and you realize this is a coffee shop, definitely. However, it is not what a normal person would you call a coffee shop. It's definitely something for the higher end clientele, the wealthier members of the city. And you see first that it looks to be almost empty. And you see outside, kind of the very front, is what looks to be like a very beautiful, bright red 4-door sedan style vehicle that to your eye looks like it has probably never been driven before. Looks like it may have just came off the showroom floor. And as you are approaching the door, there is a man in a very nice, not quite a suit, but a very nice dress shirt and dress pants, who's standing there waiting. And as you approach, he looks at you and he goes, unfortunately, I believe the establishment has been rented out for the day. We do regret not being unable to see you today. Well,
I'm actually here to meet someone.
Oh, of course. What is your name?
Diesel. Diesel Coombs.
Ah, I see. Then he goes over and he does open the door for you. I offer you my sincerest apologies. It appears the ma'am is waiting for you on the top floor.
Great. Thank you so much. Diesel kind of rolls their shoulders back and, walks in the door.
And as you make your way inside, this place looks like it is a very expensive to be at. You can see that it's like it has kind of flowers that are just kind of spread out on tables and things that don't really make any sense, especially since like the kind of vibe is supposed to be kind of one of those modern, new agey kind of shops, hipster-esque like shops, but it looks like someone has kind of quickly gone over it and given it a more corporate or more wealthy feeling. And as you make your way up to the balcony area, you see that Nubia is sitting at one of the tables looking out over the rest of the city, and she's wearing kind of this high-waisted plaid like dress pants with a very long white sweater and a black coat that's kind of just draped over her shoulders. You wish to approach?
Yeah, I mean, Diesel kind of looks down at what they're wearing and goes, oh well, and sort of walks over.
As you approach, she turns and she looks at you. Hello, you may take a seat.
Thanks. This is really nice.
Well, I am glad you like it. There weren't too many places in the city that offered a bit higher clientele, but I believe this is close to where you and your friends are staying.
Yeah, it's not too far. It was a nice walk over.
Well, if you would have wanted, I could have sent a car to pick you up.
No, I appreciated the exercise and the fresh air. But yeah, thanks for meeting me, and thanks for being willing to sit down and have a coffee with me.
Of course. I've told them to let you order as much as you like. So do not worry about anything of that nature. Were you looking to talk about business or pleasure first?
Oh, wow, okay. Well, I mean, why don't you and I take some time to get to know each other a little bit before we like launch into the whole business stuff, I guess.
Yes. And as she does visibly kind of not so much as relax as just kind of change her posture, and she does take the black jacket off behind her onto the chair. Is there something you would like to know?
I guess we can start with how you ended up in this world. What was your path?
Well, that is a very complicated question. My mother was a seamstress, or I believe that's what you call it here. She made dresses for a village, and one evening a very odd or strange man came and felt that a number of us had a unique ability to understand the world, and he whisked us away. We attended one of the special academies here in America where we were slowly taught to embrace the truth of the world. I will be honest with you, I don't do very well with talking around sleepers, so which is part of the reason why I've rented this place out, because it would be very poor to hide my language, but we attended one of the order's schools who taught us to awaken, primarily explaining the different rules and witchcraft throughout the ages. And I was recruited into Alshea, where I have become rather prominent.
I mean, I definitely say so.
Yes, but I'm sure you can imagine there are quite a few negatives. But, well, when you're at the top, there are quite a few people who do not like it.
Yeah, the whole heavy lies the head. That, you know. But, I mean, what does someone like you do for fun then? I mean, you have all these responsibilities. Do you ever like take the opportunity to relax?
Not exactly. There are times I collect antiques from time to time, primarily looking for things for the order, but I can't exactly say it's something that you all would consider to be fun.
Well, do you enjoy it?
I don't know, to be honest. Enjoyment isn't exactly something you have time for when you are doing what it is that we have to do to survive.
No, it's fair. I was actually having a whole conversation with Ari earlier today about, you know, making time for fun. I think a lot of us kind of ended up in a situation where that wasn't really an option for us.
That is a fair way to understand it. My training was anything but fun, but it was effective. Ari is the young one, correct?
Yeah, they're they still have a lot of they have time. I think there's still a chance that maybe they can have what a lot of us didn't have.
Perhaps. I can tell you that this world is not very kind to the young. There have been, well, amongst me and my people, there were 7 of us, and with only 2 of us are still alive. So it is not exactly a forgiving place for young people.
I do feel a little bit awkward asking questions about things like your order and stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of information that we're missing, gaps in our knowledge. And we're all kind of feeling that maybe if we understood a little bit more, we'd feel a bit more prepared.
Of course, you all have found yourselves dealing with very dangerous forces, and you are right in the middle of very powerful people who are attempting to find some very powerful things. I cannot promise you will ever be prepared, but it would be wise for you to start gathering things, whatever abilities you have gained for yourself. I would tell you to prepare or to study longer, but life never really waits for us to be ready for its challenges before they come.
I'm gonna just step out of character for a moment to just kind of crowdsource really fast. I know that people had questions. I want to make sure that I ask them. So, yeah, what would you have told Diesel to ask Nubia before they went on their date?
I'm all focused on date. No,
I know Galewin's got something.
Yeah, Ari was just playing video games. So.
You're muted though, so I can't hear you, Sharif.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just looking through my notes. Let's see. Yeah, so I would definitely spoken to Diesel about, if they could, not force it, but if they could, if it came up, to ask about first, just like a general question about if Nubia knows about the mayor of Cleveland, right? About what the mayor's up to, and about because Nubia seems to be on top of things, so I would ask about that. I think we already asked Nubia about no, it wasn't Nubia, it was the other woman, Cleopatra's daughter. I think we asked about the rings specifically,
right?
But I think we can ask Nubia as well. Just about those. And I don't know, there's something Galewin would want to know as well, but I don't know if he would ask Diesel to ask it.
All right, that's fair.
Which is about this, like, when he did some work with the Order of La Hermes, they kind of showed him this book, so like he'd want to know about that, but I don't think he would ask Diesel to ask about that. So
got it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Well, I wanted to get your insights on the mayor. We are going to be attempting to approach him here in the next few weeks, and any sort of information or intel that you might have on the mayor would be super helpful. What do you know about him?
I assume you are referring to the future mayor of the city, Garrick. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'd be very careful if you're dealing with him. I've been unable to divine any sort of past or future involving him. There are very few people who can obscure the things that I can see. He has a vast amount of resources, even greater than what I can employ.
Do you think he's awakened?
I believe it is likely. Or he has friends or allies who have.
So,
Are you and your friends intending to do something about him?
well, we at least want to ask him some questions. Aside from that, I don't think we've pushed beyond that particular set of plans. But if you're telling me that you haven't been able to like divine off of anything off of him, that poses some interesting obstacles. There is
warn you to be very, very careful of him. A lot of our kind underestimate just how influential and effective mundane resources can be. He has not made that mistake, so be very concerned. If you find yourselves being prevented from taking actions, or businesses no longer working with you, or convenient or inconvenient government oversight, maybe because you've drawn too much attention from someone like him.
understood. So, one of the things we're trying to figure out is how all of this is connected to Iron and Ari. And we did a little bit of digging around. We found some information about these rings. And like Diesel kind of explains like the stuff that they found out and figured out about that, like Shay's visions and that kind of stuff, and like sort of relays that information to Nubia.
Your friends have seen the location of one of these items? You're sure?
Yeah.
That is problematic. I can tell you a bit about them. I have been attempting to find relics belonging to Solomon for quite a while now, and most of them have been forgeries or mistakes or trinkets. The 13 angels and fallen angels that he supposedly had are very, very dangerous. Solomon was, if you believe the stories, a powerful person, but arrogant beyond a measure. But he did succeed in eliminating a number of very powerful infernal beings, one of which was Asmodeus, who is every bit as cruel and controlling as the stories have said, at least from the text I've been able to find. Be very careful dealing with that. I've seen more than a few people lose themselves in the pursuit of power or influence. Pay close attention to each other. Many kind and rational people have lost themselves in pursuit of such items. Many have lost themselves in pursuit of lesser items. I would stay very far away from them. Forget that you ever knew they existed. That'd be my recommendation.
Got it. The difficult job we've been given.
Of course, it is a burden, but someone has to carry it. As for your friends, I'm not entirely sure why. What can you tell me about them?
Well, I mean, we're a pretty motley crew. I think I've never really actually seen a group of people more diverse in personality, I guess is the way I could say it. And I think it's been interesting watching us all go from our individual agendas to becoming a team. I think we're all invested in making sure that Iron and Ari are safe. But I think even more than that, we are trying to figure out a way to be in this world as we are.
It's been a while since I've seen truly friends. My sisters and I are allies and we trust in each other, but I wouldn't necessarily say we are all friends with one another. I would recommend you stay together. At the moment, your abilities, at least from what I understand, aren't exactly the highest, and you should not force it. There are many ways to skip along, so to speak, but there's something to be said about the journey itself. Rely on each other. And oftentimes you will find that those of us who reach old age and power tend to forget some of the simpler things, and that is where you and your friends will find your greatest weapons.
Thanks. We definitely appreciate the vote of confidence. Would the Order of Hermes be interested in being a silent partner for a business venture?
The Order of Hermes. If you could find a way to unite the Order of Hermes behind anything, I would tell you the world was ending.
You think they'd be interested in a movie theater?
The Order, probably not. I'm sure I could convince Steen to find a way to be curious about it.
I just think that it might help us a little bit if we have a better front than just a bunch of people squatting in an abandoned movie theater.
It could help, yes, I suppose. I have a bit of free time. I could assist you all with your problem.
We would certainly be appreciative. We already can't repay you for all of the help you've already given us. Well, what's one more step down the rabbit hole?
You've already done more than enough to repay things for me, to be honest. It has gotten to the point that money means very little to me.
I would really like to do this again sometime.
Of course, I wouldn't mind meeting with you again, perhaps. Perhaps next time you choose the location.
I think I know just the spot.
And she reaches into the bag she has hanging behind her, and she removes a small white card and hands it to you. You will have to forgive us, older people. We don't exactly use more modern forms of communication for anything of significance.
Oh no, this is perfect.
Feel free to contact me if you or your friends need assistance. I remember what it's like to be wandering this world alone, and it is not a fate I would force onto anyone else.
I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Same to you.
I think Diesel kind of scoops up one more like bite of whatever it was they were eating, and I think they made sure to order like an extra dessert and have it put in a takeaway box. They sort of scoop that up and they stand and they kind of extend their hand to Nubia to see if she will like take it.
She takes your hand and she gives a very quick hiss to the back of your hand. Enjoy your day and tell your friends. Be very careful. Let the younger ones know that Angela has always been against any form of candy. It's been pretty much always true. And they don't actually have to listen to her when she says that.
I will keep that in mind. And I will contact you soon for that second outing. And again, thank you for answering all of my questions. And really just, this is incredible. You're incredible. And yeah, I'll see you again sometime.
I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing what your friends turn into.
We've all got some surprises up our sleeves.
And with that, she turns her attention back to looking out the main window, and you are free to leave.
Yep. They will begin the walk back home. And I think they're a little bit shell-shocked, but feeling pretty good.
All right. And if there is nothing you wish to do on the way back, but you do arrive back at your movie theater, and your friends, they are wherever they are, and I will say you all will be able to meet back up if you like.
Was it Diana and Gailwyn doing the profile setup?
Yes, actually.
So yeah, while Diesel was gone, so I just kind of like, as I see Ari playing video games, which first I want to like take a little video. And does Iron have a phone? Iron has a phone, right?
So Iron has like a kind of like a phone, but it's one of those like old school, like Nokia. Press the two button 3 times to send a text.
I try to send the video 3 times and then send you a text saying that Ari is playing video games. FYI.
Iron will text back, and it'll take very long for this message to come through, but it will say, "Oh, is that what that was?" Saying cannot download file. Coming over. And probably like by the time she arrives to the room is about the time that the message actually shows up on your phone.
Makes sense. Like, oh, you're here. We're coming. Yeah. Okay, great.
Wait, we've had video games here this whole time?
Well, not the whole time. So it took me a while to get this computer like fully working. There's not like where there wasn't great internet in here when I first arrived, but now we got some stuff. It's not like state of the art or anything, but there's a couple emulators and some old games and side scrollers and stuff. And
here's the thing. If we can keep Ari from doing research and more playing video games every now and then, I would appreciate that. So thank you for doing this for them.
No problem. Oh, okay, good. Not in trouble. Sweet. Okay. Galewind.
So Galewind, as you're speaking, he's kind of wandering around do you have one computer or are there like kind of
I've got
set of them?
we've got the desktop computer, I've got my phone, and then I've got like a little laptop.
Okay. Yeah, so he's wandering around the desktop, kind of like looking around it. So kind of looking behind it, he's trying to just see what the hardware, he knows nothing about hardware, but he's trying to like see what it is, like kind of look behind it. So if you're going to look for him, you see him kind of gawking, not at the screen, but like the top of it, the side of it, the keyboard.
Is it like one of those, is it like thin desktop, or is it like one of those old big boy monitors?
The desktop is not, the computer's new. It's good. But the monitor does look like those early
CRT.
90s, or late 90s, like clear, colorful back where you could see the wires through the back of the computer.
Oh, it's like an iMac.
Yeah. Like
Yeah. Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like he's just looking at that if you're calling him, and he's like, yes.
Are you ready to like tell me everything about yourself so we can make these profiles? Because I really want to get them set up for you and start
Like
getting
tell
the
you
word out.
everything about myself.
Well, not everything, but like the important stuff.
I thought the idea was to make yourself seem more important. To take some liberties with the truth per se.
Well, sure, for us normal people, but you're like actually really important, right?
Yes, but it's I will place my faith in you in this endeavor. I guess maybe it could use a different photo. I was thinking, like you. Okay, so do you have a photo of possibly Diesel's arms?
A photo of all right. I am very curious about where that's going. I want to say, before I answer, what do you mean?
Oh, what kind of stands up from the video game? The point was to not catfish.
I do not think that you need to be. No, you do not need to catfish. I understand Diesel has
What's
A
the
plus
catfish?
That's
No. I don't need any cats or any fishes in the photo. I was just thinking maybe possibly. I was spry in the youth and just want to reflect that.
Shay, do
There's
you
nothing
want,
wrong
do you
with
want
that,
to
is there?
explain, or should I?
there's nothing wrong with how you are now. Look, okay. Here's what we can do. We can take some liberties without
Lying.
literally stealing body parts from our friends. So what we will do instead, okay, hold on. I'm going to take a new picture. It's going to be good.
Wait, a nude picture?
New. Gelwind, I like you.
Lord.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. You look great. Stand
Thank you.
like up, see, internalize it. Stand like up at that wall, and I'm gonna like pull out a chair so I can be taller, so I can get like the MySpace angle for Gilwind. This is all you need. It's just a gentle angle, and that's all you need. You don't need to actually change anything. Just a flattering angle.
There, like looking next to Shay.
Walter, I will take a picture of you.
No, I just want to see where this goes.
Okay.
Do you have maybe something else I should wear?
What are you wearing right now?
I'm just wearing the same kind of like he kind of rocks these robes. It's kind of like
The robes are nice. What, you know what? Okay. It's like not like a bad addition here, but like, let me just try something. Like with the robes, I want to take like, I have like very fancy brand name that I won't say headphones, like the Bluetooth headphones that are like that, like neon, bright blue color. I pop them onto Galewind True. Just like giving you a modern touch. Like it's like the robes are still very chic, but with a touch of modern.
Yeah, shouldn't I plug these into a device if I'm wearing headphones?
No. Oh my gosh. And I play the postal service from my phone. I just clicked that on.
Oh dear.
Enjoying the wonders of technology, Galen? Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. You're in good hands.
They have video games.
So Galewind is going to put the headphones on, like on his ears, and then look toward you and smile for the.
Yeah, I get a couple of shots with my smartphone, but just for Galewind True, just to make him feel a little more comfortable. I also I have one of those like faux Polaroids. They're not really a Polaroid camera.
Somebody went to Urban Outfitters.
They print the picture right away, and I take one with that so that he can have it. I just do turn and see, what is Walter doing right now?
Walter's just standing there looking very much entertained. He kind of turns to Shay. Like, what?
I try to get like a candid picture of Walter being amused. Like
he looks legitimately amused, just like arms crossed, looking at Galewind, just like having fun.
Caught a smile. I got one.
But
and I will show Galewind True the images that we collected for approval before I start putting things together.
He's gonna take the instant photo that you took and kind of like shake it.
Yeah, it's already developed.
Oh no, he's shaking it.
But you shake it. Okay.
He's shaking it.
You don't have to. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he's shaking it. Yeah. Out of character. I did have, when I was working with some younger students when Hey Ya was out, like Andre 3000 song, he has to shake it.
Yeah.
And they were asking me, like, what does that mean? Like, and I had to kind of go and do a whole explanation of what that actually meant. But anyway, so I go and shaking it, and then he says, "Oh, this is quite good. You definitely have an eye for photography."
Thanks. I have like a pretty popular Instagram, so I know what I'm doing.
Oh, he nods, even though he does not quite make the connection. Yes. Okay. So, why don't we start with this profile? What should I write or say?
So if you had to sum up what the coolest parts of your life were in like one sentence, like what would you say the coolest thing about Galewind True has been? The most epic thing?
Is there a suggested length?
be like,
Okay, I would say the coolest thing would be that I am tied to the one which represents the source of all creation. All creation is believed to be part of the one. Everyone has shards of the divine, known by many names. I have a shard as well, as do you, as does Diesel, as does Ari, as does Walter. Everyone. Is that too long?
I got it. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
My faith is very important.
But this shard help me with this video game. This is really hard.
There's no mouse and a keyboard.
Somebody help Ari.
My
Just
friend
enter
yells
the
back
cheat
to
code.
you guys and goes, "Just right that you love dogs," and goes back to helping Ari.
I write in Galewin's profile, we are all one, period.
Oh, okay. I love
Life
this.
coach.
I would love this to go where I'm like dictating stuff, but not necessarily seeing what you're writing.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that you're just writing.
I'm taking it all
exactly
down.
what-
I'm condensing it into
I love that.
yeah.
love
It comes out something like we are all one, life coach. Contact me if you're interested in the interconnectedness of life. And then hashtag shards. And that's your profile. He, him. And then I will start linking to the other ones as I put them together. We will post.
What
That picture.
should my first post be?
You know what? You have a lot of wisdom and inspiration to share. People really need that, like right now. People really need to feel inspired and hopeful, I think, especially. Do you have anything hopeful that you've gathered, any hopeful advice that you would have to share with people?
Sure. Out of character, are we assuming that history, like regular history, has happened? Like I would be able to reference political things, or is this like has
Good question.
sort of an alternative history kind of thing?
No, more or less every historical event has occurred. How accurate it is based on sleeper stuff is debatable, but assume like every historical event has occurred and you know about it.
Okay, cool. All right. I guess my first post would be speak softly and carry a big stick.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the picture that we've already made your profile picture. I'm going to take that picture. I'm going to put a sepia filter over it with like,
What?
oh, just trust me. I put a sepia filter over it. We put the quote, hashtag shards. Cause we got to have a bit going. I am going to Instagram it. Storyteller, I would like to use my iPhone and my data skill. I want to use my data to perceive like what the best hashtags to use to get this in front of the people who will like it the most need to be. And I would like to use my data for that.
Certainly doable.
Thank you.
I would say it would be a combination of both data and entropy to pick the perfect hashtag. However, you do need a roll for that. So roll your Arte difficulty 5.
Okay.
I'm just
2
imagining,
successes, a 9 and a 7 and a 4. So 2.
Okay, 2 successes. Okay, you do look through the most commonly used tags, and You find you kind of ignore the more popular ones, figuring that it would just be kind of swallowed up in the overall feed, and you find one towards the end that kind of to you speaks to who Gelwind is. And we'll say it's new age, new me, and that's your hashtag.
Love it. Perfect.
Just imagining as this is going on, Walter just leans to the side, kind of touche. It's like, did you just turn Galen into a motivational speaker?
Yeah, it's like the closest thing that I could correlate to like what he is and like what would be good on social media. I mean, yeah.
I think I have an idea for a hashtag.
Oh my God. Please tell me.
Question, do you even know what a hashtag is?
Well, I was looking over Shay's shoulder and it was the pound sign and then a word. So pound sign Galewind.
Okay, yes. I will add that to the list. That's good.
Is there something wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with it at all. It sounded like there was a second part to it by the inflection. So I was like waiting. It's not anything. I love it. I think it's inspired. It's perfect. It's you.
Yes. In my first, can I put pound sign Teddy on the speak softly and carry a big stick post?
Yes.
Just in case people don't know where that comes from.
Yeah, there's like a 30 hashtag limit.
Like you do know what I'm referencing, correct? With that good Teddy.
Is it like a friend of yours?
In a sense, one of our great presidents.
Ooh, pass. But I will put it. I don't follow politics.
You don't know about Ted Roosevelt, Shay. So,
I mean, I've like heard of it. Him. I never met.
It's important to know your past. To know you, even if you disagree with it, it's important to know those who do not know history are doomed to repeat it.
How is that going? Is it going good?
Fair.
No, you know what? You're right though. I should learn more about like the real world stuff. I just, I
mean, there is a library here. So
there is.
It's right over there, actually.
So maybe my reward to you for you creating this profile, for me, my gift to you is to teach you some history.
Oh.
All right.
Seems like a fair shake.
You know what? Yeah. I'm surprisingly into it. Let's learn about Teddy.
Well, not only Teddy. It's many presidents.
Right. We could like start with one. Right.
Well, start with George Washington, of course, but there's several others.
Okay. Well, I will leave it to you, Teach.
John Adams, Thomas Jefferson.
We're starting now? Okay, I hit send on the phone and I sit back to listen to my lecture.
Sweet. Yeah. So I just start going. I just start going.
In the meantime, Walter goes like, I wonder how Diesel is doing.
I mean, Diesel
As-
rocks up to the theater, I guess, to this.
Yes, you arrive. Get there right around the time they reach the American Revolution. That's when you walk in at that point.
Galen is being thorough. Okay, got it. Oh.
Why is this so hard? Is there like a different difficulty?
Just input the cheat code. Up, down, down. So I don't know if it works on a computer.
But that's not hard work. Do I have to do hard work?
Well, yeah, you can. You should like practice, but like if you get too tired, maybe the cheat code's not a bad idea just for fun.
Walter just pulls out a sheet of paper, writes down the cheat code for insert video game here, kind of slides it over to Barry. If it gets too hard, just, here it is.
So this is okay? I can do this?
It's for fun. No one's gonna judge you.
If it's for a video game, it's fine.
Huh, where did you come from? Where did you come from?
Also, here, this is for you, Ari.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wait. Shit, I can't eat this around the computer, right?
Probably not.
Oh,
Not a
okay.
good idea.
Okay. Well, thank you, Shay, for letting me play video games.
Oh, anytime that you're not actively eating, you're welcome to play.
How did it go?
Yeah,
Oh.
Diesel.
I mean, Diesel kind of tells them a little bit about the date, the answers to the questions, stuff like that. And then, like, as they're kind of finishing up, they're like, and we're going on a second date.
Nice.
But that's a good thing,
Sure.
right?
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Yay!
She said I get to pick the next place we go to. So,
You have a
Yeah.
spot?
well, I almost left out the fact that she might be a silent partner for our movie theater.
Yay! Can you ask her for $14 million?
Well, that's kind of why I asked her if she was willing to be a silent partner. She rented out the entire space just for the two of us.
Oh, she's
And
eccentric.
She made the comment, that money doesn't really mean much to her anymore. So, yeah.
Well, okay.
Wow.
That's very helpful to have a backer.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
What was like the smooch situation?
I mean, I was going to kiss her hand, but she kissed mine instead. So I guess.
Oh, why would you kiss?
That's very classy.
That is classy. Oh, she seems classy.
She looked amazing. And
Ugh.
Diesel describes her outfit. I don't know how I managed to keep myself together during any of that. I don't exactly understand what it is that she sees in me, aside from the fact that I was confident enough to actually ask her out. But she's kind of incredible. And
maybe you just answered your own question there.
maybe I did. But I was thinking, if we ever make a trip out to the water park, she might enjoy a little bit of mundane fun.
I think, oh my gosh, that has like city mouse, country mouse vibes to it. And like,
What?
I love it.
She doesn't seem to remember the last time she actually did something for fun. So
And
That's
it is
a
at
good
this
theme
point.
today.
It is at this point that two things happen.
oh,
The first of which as Ari, as you open up this about 5 foot by 5 foot box, and you see inside, first is a small note that seems to have been handwritten, and on it says, "It was a very good date." So a small gift to all of you. And you see, looking at it, it doesn't entirely make sense, as it looks like there is a small store's worth of baked goods that seem to be completely fresh, fresh out of the oven even, that are separated in front of you in this small box. You have, looks like donuts, eclairs, pretty much anything that you could imagine. And as you're staring at it, the door to the library opens. And standing there, you see is Yunji. Her suit and skirt are ripped and torn. You see parts of it have been burned black. And she looks at you all and she says, they took Angela, and collapses. And that is where we're going to end our adventure for the day.
Oh,
What?
Oh no!
You had to change our slice of life episode like that? Okay, I see what's going on right now.
I see how it is.
Yeah, Eric. So good.
Guardian instincts activate.
Okay, yes. So again, thank you all so much for watching this episode. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you, of course, to Ree, a fantastic storyteller. Thank you to this incredible cast. I said in chat, in our Zoom chat, that this is probably my favorite episode today. Like the role play and character development here was just delicious. And thank you, of course, to our viewers, because of course, without you, we wouldn't be here. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and film our after show. So if you would like to see how our cast unpacks about this area, make sure to subscribe to our Patreon, which is once again in the description below. And we look forward to see you all for next Monday for our next episode. Until then, farewell for now.
peace.
All right.